Robert Hunter wrote some of the most evocative and haunting lyrics for the songs that would become Grateful Dead classics. Now Hunter has published his songs in a new book called Box of Rain. In November of 1990, he embarked on a small book tour in the Bay Area. We spoke with Robert Hunter after a book signing in Menlo Park, California. Hunter explained how he compiled the lyrics for Box of Rain over a 5-year period. He talked about the recent addition of keyboardist Vince Welnick to the band and the surprising longevity of the Grateful Dead.
I just got an Osborne 1 computer about 5 years ago, and I've worked myself up to the fastest model that there is, and it was a way of finding something to do on a computer. I just decided to every once in a while put another lyric down. I just typed them up, and I tried to do like 1 or 2 a week, and I figured eventually I'd have them all compiled, and about 6 years later I did. That's one of the things about taking so many years at it, and I was able to discover, go root through my trunks and find all kinds of notebooks and things, and go through them and find songs that hadn't been done, or and just collect stuff that I thought was worthy of anything I thought was worthy of being sung, and put it in there. There's an awful lot of stuff that wasn't up to snuff that I haven't included. I think everything in there is a pretty palpable song. Well, there's a question of how does anything feel after it's been happening for half your life, or nearly. It begins to be the sea you swim in, I guess. It seems that's the way my life is. It's been so long that well, when I stop taking it for granted is sometimes like at this signing when talking to people individually and having say some nice stuff and like that, and sometimes it feels real good. It's being a writer, you often don't get a lot of feedback, and as you know, I rarely perform, and so that's one way to get some feedback. And you need a bit of that to keep going. It feels good to know that you're contacting on some level that you may wish to. It's satisfying in certain ways. In other ways, you feel like a terrible fraud.
I don't think so.
Well, that's just the basic lack of self-confidence that I think keeps you trying to write that piece finally that will say it all, and you need write no more. It's nothing is quite perfect. There's always that search, isn't there? Other than being bigger, I don't know. There's certain things about the Grateful Dead scene which are just the same as they were 15 years ago, and I think that's. I mean, obviously there's certain musical evolution. There's more in tuneness, and you can't play an arrangement year after year after year without it getting sharper. But I think one of the things that people want from the Grateful Dead experience is a time machine, and. Although there's the perception of us as being in the 60s, but when I look at the calendar, it says 1990 on it, and we're here, so I guess they'll accuse us of being a 90s band around 2010. Well, the band is obviously in a period of musical transition, getting its new keyboard worked in, and I've been hearing reports back from Wembley that it went very, very well, and generally Europe went well, and people are very, very pleased with Vince, and they're enjoying Bruce Hornsby, who's playing with them right now, and the big thumbs up, from everybody. Apparently, the tour was quite successful musically.
It's been said that there's really no leader in the Grateful Dead group scene. That kind of everybody's agreed to keep performing, and the Deadheads have agreed to keep.
Oh,
going.
the Deadheads are the leader, man. I think so. I mean,
how did this thing grow so big with nobody in charge?
I think through sheer stick-to-itiveness. I mean, it's and overcoming lots of interpersonal problems, lots of ego problems, but I think all of us kind of realizing in some way that this is bigger than all of us, and there is that understanding. It's an awful large thing for so many people to vote yes on it, and that's sobering. It's inspiring. I could not sit here and tell you in a couple of minutes what it is to me. It has been heaven and hell and all shades of purgatory in between. You know, it's such a piece of my life that it's been, my ups and my downs have often been in terms of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for talking with us.
You're welcome.